million renovating the interior of this building and left just several months into the 5-year lease. Now, in an interview he did with the Post-Intelligencer some years back, probably 94 or 93, he described an experience that he had as he was sitting at the bench. Are there half-naked people over there? I don't blame you for listening to that. I can't look. Anyways, so now, he had an experience as he was sitting at the bar late one night where he was finishing up some of his books. And he heard the sound of what sounded like something metal scraping against the edge of the bar. Now, as he looked over to his left, he saw a coat hanger, a simple wire coat hanger that was sitting at the edge of the bar. He turned back to his work again, and he heard the noise again shortly thereafter, and he turned and saw that the coat hanger was actually standing up on the bar. Now, as he watched in awe as the actual wire part of the coat hanger, the curve of the coat hanger, straightened itself up, slowly began to unweave itself, and as it unwove itself, it stretched itself out right in front of him, and then it lifted itself in the air, and then balanced itself on the edge of a doorknob. That was his first and probably one of his final experiences he had here at Fire and Ice. He was not very pleased with that. Not happy at all. Now, if you've already heard some of these stories, I'm going to tell them better than you heard them before, so don't worry about it. Now,
have you had any personal experiences in mortuary?
I have. As a matter of fact, I did spend about 4 hours in here on a ghost hunting tour about a year and a half ago with a ghost out of Tacoma. Now, I spent a good amount of time in one place asking questions and hitting the record button without much happening at all for almost the time.
A ghost is a ghost hunting group in Tacoma, Florida.
Yeah.
You know that?
You know that?
A ghost is a ghost hunting group in Tacoma. Sorry to keep on interrupting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways, so now we spent the greater part of the day, or the evening rather, cooped up in little spots around the mortuary. It was only towards the end of the day, after about 3.5 hours, and we were at the very top level, 4 of us were cooped into a small closet, when we heard what sounded like, on the tape, a man's voice. And that man's voice was very loud and seemed very, very angry to us. Now, we consider that man, you may have heard, to be the angry miner that lives in this building. Now, this miner is not happy in the slightest. Now, we captured one photograph of him, what appears to be him, behind that glass window over here behind me. Which now, of course, is covered with plywood, which at the time actually was open. You can actually look inside of it at one point. Now, the photograph is of a man's face, and his mouth is open. And it appears as if he is screaming at the person who's taking the photograph. That's the last I've heard of him. Now, maybe that man on the tape was the man that we suspect is the angry miner. We're not absolutely certain. And perhaps some of you that will be investigating this place will find out for yourself. So keep that in mind as you're walking around here.